Today, we're going to take a look at writing dialogue. What is dialogue and why should I use it in my writing? Dialogue is when two or more characters have a conversation in a text. Dialogue is all the words that the characters say out loud. So, we have plenty of writing when we read, but what's the difference between narration and dialogue? While they're both words in the text, the difference between dialogue and narration is what happens in the story or what a character is thinking in their head. On the other hand, dialogue are the words that are said out loud. Consider how much you and your friends talk every day. To make your text feel real, the characters should interact with one another. Using dialogue is also a way to engage the reader. Remember, your characters can say something funny, sad, or even weird. Before we begin to write our dialogue, we have to remember that character counts. Remember, dialogue comes from the perspective of a character, so everything should sound different and original. Consider the following: what the character is saying, how the character will say it. We also have to remember speech reflects on the character. So for example, Iron Man is arrogant and sarcastic. That is reflective in his speech when he says, "Great, take your time." On the other hand, Captain America is serious and dedicated. So you can see he says, "Together we will define the American dream." It's a very serious statement, and we can tell who he is by the words he uses. When we write dialogue, we need to remember to keep the speaker's words within quotations, while we leave their actions out. Remember, within the quotations are the words that the character says. We need to make sure the reader knows who is speaking by stating the speaker's name before, in between, or after their statement. We want to balance action and speech to keep it interesting. So for example, "Oh my goodness, I forgot the milk and cookies," cried Wolverine. So we have the speaker's name and what they said. "Oh my goodness," cried Wolverine, "I forgot the milk and cookies." Notice we made it before and after with Wolverine in the center. Wolverine cried, "Oh my goodness, I forgot the milk and cookies." Notice we mixed the action, but only the words that Wolverine said fit within the quotations. Next, we have to remember how to format our paragraph. We need to start a new paragraph and indent every time a new character speaks. So for example, "Harley," the Joker sighed, "did you forget to bring the instructions to our master plan again?" Then it's going to switch over to Harley, so we go down to another paragraph and indent. Harley winced. "Of course I remember the plans." She began to check her pockets, searching for something that was clearly not there. When she's done with her statement and the actions, we go to the next paragraph and indent. "Well, where are they?" the Joker inquired. Before getting very crabby, "Harley, you left the plans on the kitchen table." So, every time the new speaker begins to talk, we go down a line and indent. So, we also want to remember the peanut butter method. The peanut butter method is how we are going to keep dialogue interesting and colorful by pairing it with action. The peanut butter method has the bread, then the peanut butter, then bread. So, that could either be action, speech, action, or speech, action, speech. So notice, the bread is going to remain the same, and the peanut butter is just the other side. So, if we look over here, this reflects that. We have Thor yelled, "This coffee is fantastic. I will have another," as he slams his cup to the table. Notice the bread, Thor yelled, the peanut butter, "This coffee is fantastic. I will have another," then the bread again, as he slammed his cup to the table. We have the action in red, the speech in blue, and the action again in red. On the other hand, we could do speech, action, speech. "This coffee is fantastic." Thor yelled and then slammed his cup to the table. "I will have another." So, in that statement, we have speech, "This coffee is fantastic." That's the bread. Then we slip to the peanut butter. Thor yelled and then slammed his cup to the table. Then we go back to speech. That's the last part of the bread. "I will have another." So, reflecting back on word choice, we have to remember to keep the dialogue interesting by using exciting words. A word like "said" doesn't exactly tell the reader much. We want to keep it exciting. For example, below, we could replace said in the sentences with plenty of colorful verbs. Notice how the following statements change by using a better verb. Where is she? Spider-Man said. I need to know. We don't know if that's happy, sad, joking, playful. So, we have, where is she? Spider-Man panicked. I need to know. That shows a very different image. That shows that he is not playing around. Where is she? Spider-Man cried. I need to know. In this one, he sounds like he's possibly scared. Where is she? Spider-Man whispered. I need to know. Here, it sounds completely different. Where is she? Spider-Man begged. I need to know. If we change it to, where is she? Spider-Man joked. I need to know. It takes on a completely different meaning. So we want to use accurate, colorful verbs. So all in all, we need to remember dialogue is when two or more people speak and have a conversation in the text. We want to have our dialogue reflect on the character. We want to format our dialogue by placing the words out loud inside the quotes and the character action outside of them. We want to switch up the dialogue by using the peanut butter method to give our actions and speech variation.